Happy Monday, Monday meditation. How are you guys? Thank you for taking your time to be here, to be a part of this meditation, to spend your time and energy with me. I just really appreciate you guys showing up and being here, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So, Monday meditations. We're gonna change things up. We talked about how to kind of get into that space where you change your mindset using the smile, using the image, bringing in the emotion the last couple of weeks. But last time I was guiding you guys, I kept hearing everybody's guides talk. It was like, hey, say this word, say this, do that. And, as much as I like to have a plan every once in a while, sometimes my plan has to adjust. So I'm kind of rolling back with the Mondays on the, main topic of just, focusing on one thing. I'm just going to kind of let things go, let things fly, and hopefully begin a space of where it's going to be that intuitive channel meditation. So as we get into some of these guys jumping in and they want to talk for a second, so this can kind of happen if you feel like you missed something. It's not that you missed it on purpose, it's not that it was something that you needed to hear, but it's just time to bring a different spin to this. And going forward, we're going to really touch into getting connected to the energetic body, getting connected to home base, getting into that space where you guys feel comfortable and at ease going within. So that's going to be kind of where I'm going to roll with these meditation Mondays. The topic today that I want to touch on is openness. So my kids out of me. It's okay. My screen went black for a second. It scared me that I was like lost everybody. One, openness. So one of the biggest things is when you go to meditate, you go within, you go to do self-hypnosis, whatever topic, whatever modality that you are stepping into to experience. It could be Reiki, it could be acupuncture, acupressure, it could be going to a naturopath, homeopathic, wherever you're going to find your healing, wherever you're going to go add to the journey. It's about beginning that space with openness. And one of the biggest things in hypnotherapy was that we're always taught to ask for permission to hypnotize someone. And when I got through school, I had this moment when I was sitting with a client. This client was very scared. This client was very nervous that they were going to do it wrong. You can't do hypnotherapy wrong. There's no way to do it wrong. Everybody does it differently. So everybody has their own path. But what came to me and kind of what I heard in my head, and this is kind of like what I was talking about, as I was guiding last week, I kept getting this information and these, like I've never used the word grace, but somebody last week needed to hear that word grace to help them get to that place where they needed to go. So I just kind of repeat, and I heard this: ask your client to give themselves permission to be hypnotized and to go on the journey. And I had a moment of aha, where it's being open to the journey that you're about to experience, whether it's this big profound moment or just a subtle soft change. And so when you go to meditate, when you go to receive any kind of form of energy healing, mind, body, soul healing, is giving yourself permission and opening that door of openness and setting that stage of acceptance, allowance, and that place of giving and receiving what it is that you need and are ready to give and receive to yourself. And being open to that makes all the difference, whether you get into a space where you begin to find yourself fighting the process or denying the process or resisting the process versus stepping into the process, going with the flow, seeing where the process takes you. So we get into the space of expectation as well. So what we think we're going to heal may not be exactly what it is that needs to be healed. And when we go into that zone of openness, we kind of, release the reins to our all-knowing highest self that has all of the information, all of the knowledge and the knowing. And we get into a space of watching it happen and participating, not from a place of, well, this is what I expected, but from a place of this is where I need to go. And that really changes how that experience and how you can move with that experience and how that experience unfolds within you. And I always talk about, peeling back the different layers of the onion, being open to the journey and what it's supposed to be versus what we believe it should be really helps those layers of that onion unfold and guide us where we need to go. Sometimes consciously we know where we need to go. That absolutely 100% happens, but there's a lot of times that we think we know where we're going to go and we end up somewhere completely different. So just giving yourself permission to go on the journey, to be guided by your all-knowing highest self, your guardian, your guides, your spirit animals, whomever you want to connect with that day, or be, really leaving it open to connecting with the light beings of the highest origin, with Mother Earth, with the collective. You really can just let that be a broad thing or a very specific thing, but being open, giving yourself permission to be open to the journey is really, really important. So just want to open up with that tip and talk about the power of being open to the journey and allowing yourself to be open to where it takes you. I know this happens a lot in meditation, is that we think that we're going to a specific place, or we have a specific place within our home base or our favorite place in nature where we feel most at ease and most comfortable. And we think that we're going there, but actually we end up being drawn somewhere else. But because we had this idea and expectation that we needed to go to the beach and we end up in the mountains, it can create a little bit of resistance. How do you know what to do, who your guides are? Okay, so this is a really great question. If you get into meditation, and if you're not a visual person, you may get a feeling, you may get a sense, a knowing, but you can ask if your guides come forward through your inner voice. And if somebody presents themselves, whether you feel it, see it, hear it, know it, hear it, you can ask, are you my guide? Are you here for my highest and greatest purpose? So do not be afraid to ask questions, and then allow yourself to receive that answer. And the more questions you ask, and the more you allow the answer to come to you, the more in tune you will become with your guides, with your intuitive side. So asking those questions, when you give yourself permission, you can give yourself permission to connect with your guides. I've always been afraid I'm going to miss what I'm supposed to see. Okay, so you can't miss it. You can't mess it up. There's you can't. Sometimes we don't see, sometimes we feel, sometimes we don't feel or see, sometimes we just know. So depending on the journey, your sixth senses will come forward, your intuitive senses will come forward. The one or more, all of them will come forward that are meant to guide you. And I get it, because I used to be really tied into what I was going to see. I wanted to see that tree. But when I realized that I felt the tree, and feeling the tree was just as powerful as seeing the tree. And when I felt the tree, it allowed that picture to unfold, because I wasn't focusing so much on just seeing. I know we get a lot of that. Seeing is believing, right? We're human. That's why we're taught. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Well, sometimes the journey isn't about seeing. Sometimes it's about feeling. Sometimes it's about listening. Sometimes it's about knowing. See, we have all these wonderful, beautiful gifts within us. Some are naturally stronger than others, but we have the capacity to be equally balanced in all of them. And sometimes that's part of the process. That's the learning process. So if you just give yourself permission and be open to the journey and witness and observe it, you will begin to see, feel, know, hear, smell, taste the journey as it unfolds before you. And all of your senses will get stronger and stronger. And you may get to that point where you are seeing everything like a movie theater or through your own eyes. Partial regression, full regression. And partial regression is like watching it from above. A full regression is like seeing it through your own eyes. Or you may, for the longest time, I never saw anything. I just knew and felt it. And one, like I said, one is not more powerful than the other. Some of my greatest healing moments happened when I could only feel what was happening, or what I was experiencing, or what I was being shown. And it was all through just feel. Some of it was just through knowing. I didn't get my first past life regression. I saw the whole thing. After that, it took probably a good 10 months before I got to see through a full regression, another past life or another moment that I dropped into when I was meditating. So sometimes your sight isn't the important, seeing the picture before you isn't the important part. It's just about experiencing the moment and seeing how you are interacting with that moment. Okay. So you can't do it wrong. You won't miss anything. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean something isn't happening. Okay. Just allow yourself to see how you're taking in that information and let that guide you into a further connection with the healing process. So, again, it's all about being open and giving yourself permission. Okay. So, that's my little coaching tip for the day. That's my little lecture for the Meditation Mondays. Again, I just appreciate all of you, and I'm so excited for you to be here. And keep the questions coming because I would love to answer them. Even if you guys send me a message on Insta or on the Telegram, I will do my best to answer them privately, but also bring them to the group. So sometimes I always think, I get lots of thoughts, but I would love to answer questions as we go. Last part before we begin, there is the Telegram group. There is the me on Instagram. So if you guys feel like subscribing and hitting that button, that like button, I super, super appreciate it. And we're going to keep this rolling every Monday. And we're going to be adding some days in as we go so that we get into different topics, different aspects of healing, different topics for meditation and self-hypnosis, and just different topics in general. So all about bringing the mind, the body, the emotional body, and the soul into alignment. So the 4 facets of you in this journey, on this journey, and bringing them all into this space of oneness. So, all right, guys, with your permission, of course, I'd love to ask you for permission to guide you. And you can just, give that to me inwardly, outwardly, and giving yourself permission to go on the journey as well and to be open to see where the journey takes you. So when you're ready and when you're willing, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and find that spot that you can sit or lay in, that one spot that you can get comfortable in. Perhaps it's closing the door or putting a headset on or putting a blanket over, because as you meditate, your temperature can change. Some people get really, really hot. Some people go really, really cold as you go deeper in and deeper down into that gentle, soft flow of rest and relaxation. So when you're ready, just find that spot. And take a couple deep breaths, just looking around your space, taking it in for a moment, noticing where you are. You're in a safe, beautiful place where you can just simply, when you're ready, close your eyes down. And as you close your eyes down, let that feeling of rest just go from the top of your head all the way down, 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 down to the soles of your feet. Just taking a moment to feel those tiny muscles in and around your eyes as your eyes close, become softer and more loose. That's right. And as your eyelids close down, your body begins to move and float into a space of rest. That's right. Each and every time you give yourself permission to be open to the journey, to go onto the journey, to invite your guides, your spirit guides, your guardians, your angels, or light beings of the highest order, and your all-knowing highest self to come forward to guide you on a journey within. This is a time as your eyes are closed and you're settling down into that perfect position, that you will allow you to go deeper in and deeper down to set your intention for the journey. Perhaps it's healing. Perhaps it's just stress release. Perhaps it's a moment of connection, a moment of rest, a moment of peace. Whatever your intention for your journey, this is a time to state it. And asking all the light beings of your highest order, including your all-knowing highest self, to guide you, to support you, to encourage you, and to show you how to reach your goals as you softly and gently let yourself drift a little bit further into that zone of comfort, taking a moment once you've set that intention and just allowing yourself to notice the surface beneath you. And all the different parts of the chair or the space beneath you, meeting the different parts of you. That's right. Taking stock of your body, knowing where you can rest, and let your body sink deeper in, deeper down into that chair, that floor, that bed, wherever you've chosen to do this meditation. Let yourself rest now, knowing that each and every time you adjust your body, each and every time you choose to get a little more comfortable, that adjustment will take you twice as deep and helping you feel twice as calm. That's right. Every time you adjust your shoulders, your hands, your arms, your back, your legs, your feet, your heels, even the tips of your toes, that adjustment We'll take you deeper in and deeper down. Into a wonderful space, a zone of comfort. That's right. Noticing all the different parts of you that meet the different parts of the surface supporting you. Letting all the parts of you become a little bit more comfortable, a little more at ease. Beginning that flow of allowing and inviting every muscle in your entire body to become soft and supple. That's right. Giving every muscle in your body permission, when it feels right, to become a little more soft, a little more supple. With every breath you breathe, with every moment that passes, beginning to set that flow on the stage of rest as you release. That's right. Beginning to release and let go of any stress or tension you may notice in your body or mind. That's right. Setting that flow and connection with your exhale, but each and every breath out, you willingly and openly allow yourself to release and let go of any stress or tension you may be experienced or have experienced throughout the day. Just allowing that energy of stress and tension ever so softly, ever so gently, just fade away each and every time you breathe out. Every breath releasing, every breath letting go of any and all energy in the mind and the body that is connected to tension or stress. Just letting it fade away with every exhale. You begin the process of gently and calmly beginning to let go. And you may sense this release of stressful energy. You may feel it, you may see it, you may just be aware of it in your mind's eye. But imagine, sense, or feel that energy with every breath out, just softly and gently and consistently fading away as you release, as you breathe. As you let go, a little bit by bit, more and more. That steady flow of your exhale, that breath out, dissolving, removing, melting, and fading away any and all lines of tension, any energy of stress that you may sense, feel, or know that you might be carrying in the mind and the body. Choosing in this moment and every moment forward to give yourself permission to just let go. Notice where your exhale goes as you breathe out, as you release and let go of any and all energies, thoughts, feelings, flow that is simply and fully connected to any stress or tightness that you may be carrying on all and any level. Hmm. And as you set into motion that each and every exhale, every breath out from this moment forward and beyond, you'll continually and constantly release and let go of any and all stress or tension that you may be carrying in the mind and the body, in your energy, in yourself, moment by moment, breath by breath, giving yourself permission to continually and constantly release and let go of any and all tension or stress that blocks or impedes your natural, authentic flow. Any and all stress that you've carried from any life past, present, or future, from any dimension or realm, from any person or situation, just breathing it out, letting it dissolve, release, and let go with each and every breath out. As you drift deeper and deeper and deeper into that zone of comfort, that space of peace and release. And as your breath out becomes natural and normal, easy and releasing, let your mind wander to your inhale. And as you breathe in, noticing where your breath goes as you breathe in and where your breath goes as you connect, release, and let go. And with every breath in, taking a moment to be open to receiving, creating, and drawing in all new energy of calm and comfort, that flow of peace and rest. That's right. Beginning to connect and allow yourself to feel a little more peaceful, a deeper sense of calm. Perhaps a little more flow of peace, rest, calm, and comfort with each and every breath in. That's right. Breathing in the calm, the comfort. Breathing in that peace and rest into the mind and to the body. That's right. Every breath in, imagine, sense, and feel every muscle, every fiber, every nerve, every cell in your entire being feeling a little more calm, comfortable, peaceful, and resting a little bit more. Breathing in that calm, that peace, that flow of rest. As your entire mind and body become a little bit more comfortable. That zone of comfort getting bigger, deeper, and wider. As you just breathe in naturally, softly, easily, simply. Giving your inhale permission with every breath in I give myself permission to feel a little more peace, be a little more calm and comfortable, and to drift into a deeper space of rest. And as I exhale, I release anything and everything that prevents me from being calmer, more peaceful, or comfortable, and feeling and being in that flow of rest. That's right. As your breath, both in and out, connect, deepen, and expand that soft flow of rest and release. More and more with every breath you breathe, beginning to flow into a space. As you breathe in, you rest. As you exhale, you release. As you breathe in, you feel calmer. As you exhale, you release. As you breathe in, you feel more at peace. As you exhale, you release. As you breathe in, you feel more and more comfort increasing. And as you exhale, you release. Simply choosing, allowing, and being open to the process of letting go. Feeling more at peace, more calm and connected, more comfortable and rested than you ever have before. And as you allow your breath to become soft and natural, as you allow your breath to become even more easy and flowing, let your mind wander for a moment, taking in all the sounds around you. For a moment, notice what you notice, hear what you hear, sense what you sense, allowing any and all sounds of your household to come forward, any and all sounds you may notice in the inside space that you are in, perhaps throughout the journey. You may notice the sounds of cell phones ringing, footsteps, conversations, the sound of your breathing, me clearing my throat, taking a sip of water, or any and all sounds that come along with the space that you are in. Letting all those sounds become familiar and calming. That's right, letting every sound around you become familiar and calming. And when it feels right, let your mind wander to the outside world around you. The outside world, perhaps noticing what you notice, hearing what you're hearing, sense what you sense as you listen to the outside world passing you by. Perhaps a sound and all sounds that come with traffic, sirens fading off into the far distance, the sound of cars honking, backup beepers beeping, or the wind in the trees, the birds chirping. Any and all sounds that come from the outside world as people move about their day, as traffic passes you by, letting all those sounds become familiar and calming. That's right. Letting every sound in the outside world become familiar and calming. As you hear what you hear, you sense what you sense, you feel what you feel, knowing that each and every sound, whether new or old, inside or outside, now or throughout the journey itself, will not distract or disturb you from this wonderful feeling of rest and release that you are creating. That's right. Any sound, whether now or later, will take you twice as deep down into that feeling of rest, that flow of calm, that ease of peace, that movement of release. That's right. Every sound from this point forward will take you deeper in and deeper down. So as I go quiet for a moment, let yourself listen, let yourself hear, let yourself feel all the sounds. Let's say from this moment forward, when you're ready, giving them permission to be a part of the process and take you deeper in and deeper down, 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 down. Deep in, deeper down as I go quiet for a moment, letting all the sound take you twice as deep, twice as fast. And as you feel calm and at ease with the sounds around you, drawing your mind back as it's wandered around all the way back to those little muscles in and around your eyes. That's right. Bringing your focus, your energy, and your awareness back to those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes. And as you focus on those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes, when you're ready and willing, go ahead and make those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes become as soft and as loose and as heavy as you're ready and willing and allowing them to be. That's right. Let that feeling of softness increase, that gentle heaviness move through your eyelids. And as that soft heaviness increases, more and more with every breath you breathe, let it gently increase a little bit more. Imagining, sensing, and feeling those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes become so heavy and so soft that your eyes feel as though they are completely closed, completely soft and heavy, heavy and soft. Imagine and sense and feel those muscles becoming softer and softer. More and more soft, deeper and deeper. Let them get heavier and heavier. Let your eyelids and those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes become heavier and heavier still, softer and softer still. And just staying with that focus until your eyelids become so heavy and completely soft that you wouldn't want to open your eyes. You wouldn't want to try and open your eyes. You just want to stay in this space of peace. That's right. The heavier and softer those tiny little muscles become in and around your eyes, including your eyelids, the more and more that feeling of peace will begin to gently increase. So as you focus on allowing those tiny muscles to become so soft and heavy, heavier and heavier, softer and softer, that flow and feeling of peace will begin to gently and automatically increase more and more. As you drift deeper and deeper into a space, a zone, a flow of rest and release. That's right. Giving every muscle permission in and around your eyes to go completely soft now. Completely pleasantly heavy. And just feel what you feel, notice what you notice, sense what you sense as the muscles in and around your eyes go completely soft and fully and gently and comfortably heavy now. So heavy and soft that flow of peace and rest is automatically and openly increasing from the top of your head, from the flow of your eyelids all the way down, 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 that feeling of peace expanding, deepening, and spreading all the way down to the tips of your fingers and thumbs. Take that soft heaviness and let it flow down, down, down past your shoulders, all the way down, down, down. Your upper arms softer and softer, your elbows gently loose and soft. That flow of peace, a gentle heaviness of rest and softness moving from your elbows all the way down. Imagine, sense, and feel it flowing into your wrists. Let it spread and expand, that feeling of soft, peaceful heaviness moving in to the tips of your thumbs and fingertips, to the palms of your hands, completely soft. Every muscle loose and softer, calmer and more in flow of rest and peace. The deeper you choose to let yourself go, the deeper into that peaceful flow you'll begin to know. With every breath you breathe, taking you deep, deep down, deeper in. And on this next breath, when you're ready and willing now, imagine that feeling of soft, peaceful heaviness. Let it flow all the way down through your chest muscles, all the way down, down, down. Every muscle in your chest becoming soft and loose, loose and soft. Taking that feeling of peace and letting it gently increase as you expand it into your diaphragm all the way down, 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 down. Let it flow past your diaphragm into your hips. That's right. Let that feeling and flow of soft peacefulness move all the way down, 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 down into your hips. From your hips, let it move ever so gently, ever so comfortably, all the way down, down, down into your upper legs, allowing each and every one of the muscles in your upper legs to become soft and peaceful, calm and rested, more and more. That's right. As your upper legs relax, as they rest in that peaceful softness, that flow of peace, gently and ever so slightly beginning to increase more and more with every breath you breathe, as you feel and allow that sense of peace, that flow of rest, that feeling of softness increase as you move it in and down past your knees, all the way into your shins, all the way down, 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 down. With every exhale, releasing and letting go of any and all old energy that is and isn't aligned with your flow. And as you breathe in that flow of peacefulness, that sense of calm and rest, let it move from your ankles all the way across the tops of your feet, the tips of your toes. And as you imagine that energy of soft peacefulness, calm and comfort, moving through the tips of your toes, begin to imagine in your mind's eye, in your imagination, sense, feel, or see that you're beginning to stand and create a pool of soft, loving energy at the soles of your feet. A pool of soft, loving, peaceful energy that will continue to help this feeling of rest increase, pooling at the base of your feet. And as you imagine, as you sense, as you feel, as you know that pool of soft, loving energy that is pooling at the base of your feet, that is helping that flow of rest and peace increase. Perhaps you may notice this as your favorite color, a warmth, a coolness, a soft like silk, or perhaps it just feels like air beneath your feet as you're floating and drifting into a deeper flow of rest and release. But as you imagine that pool of soft, loving energy, and as that feeling of peace and rest increase, imagine drawing that energy up through the soles of your feet as all the muscles become soft and loose. Draw it into your heels and all the way back, all the way up through the backs of your legs. That's right. Imagine that soft, loving energy, that feeling of peace and rest increasing all the way up to the backs of your legs. Every muscle through the back of your legs becoming softer and softer, calmer and more peaceful. That gentle feeling of soft heaviness increasing as every muscle in your leg becomes soft and loose and soft. More and more with every breath you breathe. Feel your whole physical body beginning to loosen and soften and release. And as you imagine that flow of soft, loving energy, that gentle feeling of peace and rest increasing, when you're ready and willing now, draw it into your lower back. That's right, all the way into your lower back. Letting all those muscles in your lower back become softer and looser and softer, more and more rested, more and more at peace. That's right. Feel that flow of soft, loving energy pooling at the base of your spine. And when it feels right now, go ahead when you're ready and draw that energy of soft, loving peace all the way up your back, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up, muscle by muscle, all the way into your shoulder blades, becoming soft and loose. That flow of loving energy and that feeling of peace and rest with every breath, beginning and automatically increasing more and more as you drift deeper and deeper in, deeper and deeper down. That's it. You're doing amazing. You're doing wonderful. And when you're ready, let that feeling of softness increase a little bit more as you breathe in and out, drawing it all the way into the tops of your shoulders. That's right. That feeling of peace and rest increasing as your shoulder muscles soak up that loving energy from the soles of your feet all the way up to the tops of your shoulders. And as you breathe out, when you're ready, releasing the weight of the world that you might be carrying on your shoulders. And as you breathe in that loving energy, that feeling of peace and rest, automatically increasing with every breath. That's right. In with the peace and the rest, and breathing out, releasing and letting go of the weight of the world that you may be carrying on your shoulders. As your shoulders become softer and lighter and softer. Breathing in that flow of peace and rest. As you breathe out, letting go of the weight of the world that you may hold on your shoulders, just letting it go with every breath out. As you breathe in, feel, sense, know, and imagine that flow of peace, that zone of rest, and that loving energy from the soles of your feet to the tops of your shoulders, gently and perfectly, comfortably and softly increase with every breath you breathe. As you rest and continue to release, feel that breath as you breathe in, drawing that flow of peace, that energy of softness, that feeling of calm and rest all the way up to the top of your head. That's right. Drawing that energy from the soles of your feet, that loving energy, that feeling of peace and rest, that flow of calm all the way up to the top of your crown. As you have created a full circle of moving, increasing and flowing energy of peace and rest, soft, calm and comfort. From the top of your head all the way down through your forehead, all the way into those tiny little muscles in and around your eye. That zone of peace, that space of release in perfect harmony. With every breath in and every breath out, letting every part of you feel a little more peaceful. Every piece of you a little bit calmer. Every muscle a little bit softer. As you continue to breathe in and out that energy of love, peace, and rest. And as you create more space for that energy and that flow and that zone to be more peaceful, to hold space for more self-love and care. And that flow and that zone of rest. Let it become familiar. Let it become nice and calming. Let your body learn how to rest and release. Let your mind feel that flow of peace, a connection to rest and calm, bit by bit, moment by moment. Breath by breath. Allowing yourself to drift. Giving yourself permission to rest. As you become more and more familiar with this wonderful flow of peace and rest. And this wonderful beginning of release and letting go. With each breath in, increasing your connection and your flow, that feeling and know of more and more peace and more rest, the deeper you go. No time, no space, and no thought. More rest, more peace. And if you're ready, choosing and allowing yourself to simply and fully release. And just staying with this flow of breathing in that soft, gentle energy of peace, that flow of release with every breath out. Just staying with this for a moment, moving that energy of peace, soft, that feeling of rest from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, connecting into that pool of loving energy as you draw it all the way up the back of your body, all the way back to the top of your crown. Each flow, each circle of energy moving, connecting, and flowing taking you deeper and deeper into that familiar and comforting zone of rest, peace. And when you're ready, allowing yourself to simply, openly enjoy the process of release and letting go. Letting go of any and all old energy that no longer serves your highest and greatest purpose. And just staying with that breath formation, that idea, that image, that feeling, that sense, as I go quiet for a second. Breathing in and out, and feel the flow, that zone, that energy of rest, peace, and the automatic letting go and release as you breathe out. Letting every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, and every cell of your being step into that vibration, that frequency, and that energy of peace and rest and peace. More and more. Deeper down, deeper into this flow. As you choose with every exhale to just let go. Feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually more rested and more at peace than you ever have before. As you trust and allow yourself to release and let go of any and all energy that no longer serves your greatest and highest purpose. With every single breath out. And taking a moment to witness, observe, and enjoy the essence, the movement, the sense of this flow. As you easily and calmly continue to let go. Making more and more space for all that positive, loving, peaceful, restful energy to connect with you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, more and more balanced, more and more aligned, more and more free, and becoming more and more familiar with this zone of comfort, this space of rest and connection, and this flow of love and peace. That's it. And as you take this next breath, let it be deep, slow, and soft as you inhale and exhale, releasing and letting go of any last bits of energy that no longer serve your greatest and highest purpose on any and all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And as you breathe in, giving yourself permission to become more and more connected, more and more familiar with this first step in connecting, expanding, deepening, and awakening this first layer of peace and rest and peace. As you build the path within, letting every cell, every fiber, every muscle, every cell of your being be in this vibration, this frequency, this zone of rest and release, more and more. Enjoying the process as you build your path within. Let it be filled with peaceful, loving energy, with ease and calm and comfort, with peace and softness. And as you exhale, releasing and letting go, easily, simply, and effortlessly. And taking another deep breath in. And as you take that next deep breath in, feel yourself drawing to the surface. your mind more at rest, your body relaxed and peaceful, your muscles soft and loose, that path beginning to form itself each and every time you focus on creating a space of rest and release, a space of peace and softness. That familiar space of comfort and calm becoming more and more familiar as you make this first step into the space of rest, into a space of peace, as you connect with that loving energy each and every time you choose to meditate, choose to go within. It'll get easier, easier, and you'll go deeper and deeper. And now I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At 5, you'll be fully emerged, feeling fully rested, nourished, peaceful, and ready, feeling awake and alert. 1, feel that connection to that flow of peace and rest, growing, deepening, and strengthening within you each and every time you close your eyes and you choose to go into a space of rest and peace. You go quickly, easily, and deeply, more and more. 2, feel the bend in your arms, feel the surface beneath you. Feel your legs and your toes beginning to stretch as you come all the way back to the surface, all the way back into the here and now. Feeling good, grounded, and centered, feeling open and allowing, feeling connected and rested. 3, feeling wonderfully peaceful, completely rested, nourished, and aligned on all levels, more physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually aligned as you continue to build your path within, as you continue to awaken that flow of loving energy, that connection and all-knowing you more and more each and every time you close your eyes and choose to go within. That path becomes more and more clear, more and more abundant, and more present. And 4, knowing your eyes are crystal clear, your mind is clear, your body is clear, your muscles are clear and loose and rested, relaxed, and coming all the way back as you breathe. And 5, fully aware, fully alert, fully here in the now, and taking a deep breath, allowing yourself to feel centered and grounded as you open your eyes all the way back into the moment, feeling good, feeling connected, feeling drawn and still in that flow of peace and rest, that flow of loving energy moving from the soles of your feet all the way up and around, from the top of your head and back down. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey on so many levels. Thank you for staying with me. And each week, we're just going to build and we're going to go where we need to go. And like I said before, if you guys want, have questions, please send me a message. I will, like I said, I will answer them privately, and I will also make them a topic on the Monday shows just to kind of help expand on that. I will get better at clicking on comments and going from there, but I really do appreciate you. I'm very grateful for you and very blessed that you share your time with me. So thank you. So this is something to practice. Imagine that energy starting with your eyelids and taking that feeling and bringing it all the way down to your feet and all the way up. Again, starting with the body. We start with the physical side of us and we become even more connected and more at peace, which makes that zone of connection, that zone of that inner journey, a little more familiar and a little more open. So thank you. And remember to give yourself permission to go on the journey. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday on the, Ship and Jen Snow, the morning show. So thank you. Have a wonderful Monday. And you guys are all beautiful, amazing souls. And I hope one day that I can help, be a part of you and your awakening and help you find that peace that you are all looking for and have within you. Thanks, guys. Cheers.